What's up, Fern family? Welcome back to a new video. I hope you guys are doing well. I am really happy at the moment because we're making a video that I wasn't expecting to make just yet. I was really hoping we could make this video this month, but I wasn't really planning for it. I was thinking it would probably take a little bit more time, probably at least a month, but the rainbow fish behind me, they have been showing me some signs of breeding. Now I've been noticing the biggest male in this tank has been diving down into this clutch of plants down here quite a lot. And the other day I noticed he also took a female down there. And it's a bit hard to see on this footage, but they are definitely spawning down in the plants. And I believe that these tiny little dots on this picture are rainbow fish eggs. So that's really cool to see. I wasn't really trying to get the eggs just yet. I was more so just trying to get them through quarantine, making sure they're all healthy. But if they're spawning, they must be healthy. But the downside is there's a group of them in here and they're all eating the eggs when they see them. So what we're going to do in this video is set up a dedicated breeding tank over on this side, take out the biggest male, the biggest female from this tank, put them in there, let them do their thing for roughly a week, and then in about a week we'll take them out, put them back in this tank with the rest of the fish, and hope they leave some eggs behind for us to hatch out, grow out, and increase the group of the rainbow fish. I am really excited about this stuff, but as you can see, they are dancing around that plant pretty much the entire day. And every now and then one of the males will guide a female down there, and it's hard to see, but I'm 90% sure they're breeding down there. So there might already be eggs in there. I can show you how you can differentiate the males from the females. Alright, so this guy is a very obvious male. He has a really round body. He has dark red fins. It's an obvious male. And this one over here, these two actually are both females. They have more of an oval shape and their fins are more of an orangey color. Sometimes they can get even yellow fins, but mine have more of an orange color. Now it takes a little bit of practice to see the difference, but once you do, it's really easy to spot. Alright, let's get to work. First off, we need to empty out this tank completely. We need to take out the stones, the media bag and the sand, because for a breeding tank I want to go with a bare bottom setup. So all of this stuff has to go. Luckily it's not that hard, everything is dried up, so we can just grab the stones, like so. And then it's just a matter now we have a bare bottom tank, no substrate, no decor, nothing at all. Typically I would also like to black out the background. I don't really have that stuff on. No, I do have some of that stuff on me right now. Yeah, let's black out the background. What is the best looking side? This one looks decent. This one looks less decent. So we're gonna go with this as our back piece. What's the width? Ah, that's too bad. Alright, then we'll just put it. Ah, there's not enough to cover the entire background. Yeah, let's do it anyway. So just some soapy water on the background. Place that down, spray that down as well. Flip it over, roughly in the middle. Alright, wipe down the excess. Yep, that's great. It's not perfect, but it'll do for now. Next, I'll add a bit of water. So I filled the breeding tank up to about halfway with some new water, and I'm gonna top it off with some water from the tank they are swimming in right now, so that it's not just new water, there's some mature tank water in there as well. To get that out, we're gonna siphon it out of this tank. To this one. Alright, it's looking good. Now let's remove the cling film from the first tank. This was just there to make sure the rainbow fish couldn't jump out if they would want to, but I haven't seen any behavior indicating that they might jump out. So we'll just leave it off for now. I'm also disconnecting a sponge filter as I'm gonna move it from this tank over to the other side. Great. This side will need a sponge filter much more than the other tank. Alright, just like that. That looks good. Let's turn it back on again. I am planning on getting myself another sponge filter for this tank as well, because I can't leave it without filtration, but there's so much media in there that is filled with beneficial bacteria that it will be fine for a little bit without a filter. Next we'll be moving this plant over. This seems to be their preferred spawning spot, so we'll put it in the breeding tank in the hopes that it will use it again. While I pull it up, I quickly check if I can see some eggs in there. Yeah, there are definitely some eggs in there. Definitely. Right there is one. And there were a couple more just a few seconds ago. There we go, that is definitely a rainbow egg. No doubt about it. Alright, so let's put this down in there. Just like that, straight in the middle of the tank. Now this thing is almost ready. The only thing we are still missing in here are the rainbows that we're gonna try to breed. There are obviously already eggs in there, so we could just leave it as is, but I think we could get a higher success rate if we add one male and one female in there, leave them in there for a week, only feed them high quality foods, and then at the end of that week we'll take them back out and there will probably be a lot more eggs in there. Also make sure the temperature of these tanks is roughly the same. Alright, the temperature is roughly the same, so we can just scoop them out from this tank to that tank. But then we still have to figure out what male and what female to get. This female. Alright, that's great. She can go in there. And then I want my biggest male, which is you. Yeah, this is the male we need. You can go in there with her. Alright, we're now a couple of hours later. You can really see the beauty of these fish in this shot. And we're gonna feed them some Daphnia to fill them up with some good high quality protein. So the female will be making a lot of eggs and we'll have more babies. Now they don't really seem to notice it just yet. Let's put just a little bit more in front of the male here. So apparently they aren't really hungry, but that's not that big of a deal. I'll be feeding them Daphnia or bloodworms every day to make sure they are filled with lots of protein. The female will be able to make lots of eggs and we'll be getting a lot of nice baby rainbow fish in here. I plan on keeping them in here for roughly a week and then I'll move them back over to the original tank. Then I'll leave this plant with all the eggs in there and then it will take somewhere around 1 to 2 weeks for the eggs to hatch, and at that time I'll update you guys again to see how many babies we get, and then we'll slowly grow them out, and in a couple of months, if everything goes well, we'll have a nice big group of rainbows that we bred ourselves. That will be really, really awesome. I'll update you guys in another video, but for now this video is over. I really hope you enjoyed it. If that's the case, definitely give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video.